be a bit of a meta thing. Cryogen obviously was also known more for his enchanter play, and the meta shifting there too, so that could be hurting them, but it'll be interesting to see if Gryffinn is going to go back to some of those pocket picks. Pretty standard bans here these days. Olaf obviously getting, you know, a huge kind of rise in priority to the point where now it's getting blind picked even.
Yeah, I mean, Olaf in the past was just like, oh, you blind it, so you're going to get countered by Kled or Vayne or anything. But nowadays it's like, I don't really care. I'm just going to play Olaf top, and then whatever they throw at me, I'm still going to win lane and be OP.
Yeah, the Olaf is kind of crazy recently in Prio, and he's not losing to a lot of things. The Kled is, I think, the best one that he's doing so far, but it's not like a huge counter. The Vayne also, it was supposed to be a counter, but the Olaf won every game, I think, against the Vayne, so it's not even like a huge counter. And I do think the Ezreal is kind of OP in LCS. They pick it every game, so...
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the like so-called counters to Olaf are also very risky picks themselves, right?
Yeah.
You know, Kled is not going to do well if you get behind at all. So it is Ezreal traded for Karma here, looking like they are considering the Bard. Jarvan going to be locked in for Dardoch. What would you guys be thinking about here for a third pick for FlyQuest?
I mean, probably just like a jungle counter. I know Gryffinn plays Lee Sin, but I guess they banned it, so it can't go Lee Sin. There's other stuff you could do, like Poppy, Teemo, of course.
Yeah,
Teemo's a great one.
I don't think Gryffinn plays Poppy, and I do think Gryffinn likes to drop a lot of times, so they might pick mid lane. FlyQuest is really thinking that Gryffinn has a lot of picks. But yeah, they go with the Shyvana. I think it's Gryffinn special, sorta. He also likes this matchup. He tends to play it a lot in scrims. I don't think it's that good because you're playing a spicy bot lane matchup, and Shyvana is like a power curve champion.
Kind of useless in the bot lane matchup.
So you don't want to be there, but your bot lane wants you to be there, so you're kind of sad that you cannot farm. So I don't know how good it is against Jarvan. There is a high tempo jungler too.
I think already FlyQuest has like the scaling picks where Ezreal, Bard, Shyvana, they kind of, if they survive early lane, they can do well. But I think the pressure's on Dig right now to like pressure them.
Push the face.
Yeah. I think if I were FlyQuest side, I would be looking at like a strong stabilizing pick from mid top lane, you know, something like a Rise for mid lane, so Quad can push mid and run down, or, you know, something like a Cassandra that can just be stable in the top lane.
So talk to me about the role of the jungler. You think, you know, you're talking about how it can be difficult, spicy bot lane, Jose. So what do you perceive Gryffinn's role to be then in this game?
Well, I do think that once you pick the Shyvana, you don't have like a really special play. You just want to kind of farm and get your passive stacks up and get items. Because the champion itself is a scaling champion, and you don't really want to involve yourself in many plays. You want to keep farming and scaling and have up tempo against the enemy jungler, but especially against Jarvan. He's a champion that tends to cheese a lot and can do a lot of like tricky stuff.
Plays.
So it's not like you can adapt with this champ because you don't have a dash and you don't have a way to like catch up to him if he does a really good cheese or something. And when you have these spicy matchups in bowling, it can change a lot. When you lose a flash, when you lose a summoner, or anything like barrier heal, it changes a lot how the matchups go. So I think it's important the Jarvan plays quite well in the early game, so the Shyvana cannot scale, really.
Makes a lot of sense. Jace, Vayne, the second round ban here for Dig. Feels like maybe it's setting up for something like a Gnar top. Sylas going to be banned out by FlyQuest. Of course, the Stolen Shyvana ult is incredibly powerful, so that usually does have to be banned away. And Akali going to be that final ban.
Looks like they're just banning away the melees from Palafox. Don't let him get a good pick. I think he's just going to blind the Orianna. It's a super safe blind. I guess the Gnar can also be blinded. You did ban 2 champions for it. I'm curious what the Gakgos would play into it. He's not been doing too well on the tanks, so I'd imagine he'd take like a bruiser matchup, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think if FlyQuest side, they should take a mid prio to help the Shyvana to not be active on bot lane, to kind of cover what she cannot do on bot side. It's kind of important for them. I will say maybe they'll go for the Orianna, but Dignitas might go for the Galio, so I don't know how good it is for them to have this type of matchups when you want to play around your bot lane. So that's probably why they drop the mid pick and give counter pick for Palafox. So we'll see.
Yeah, it does feel like, you know, you're saying you already felt in the first 3, FlyQuest had all these scaling picks. They're going to be kind of on the back foot. And it feels like with the Orianna, you're really kind of securing your role as like, okay, we're looking to fight later in the game. We've got to scale. We've got to mitigate loss. But that does give Dardoch a lot of opportunity to try to play around some winning lanes, to try to play a little bit more aggressive.
I mean, I think this has been the tried and true, like, epitome FlyQuest draft where they pick kind of scaling everywhere, and then the enemy team doesn't really punish you, and then all of a sudden at 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you just win a team fight and win the game.
Yeah, and they also pick almost full AP champs, which is kind of interesting.
Shyvana, Ezreal, Bard, Rumble, and Ori.
Lock is a good option. This matchup is very interesting. In LCK, they play it a lot, and I do think the Lock has a lot of opportunities to win the matchup. So, yeah, very good matchup if you can play with the Jarvan too.
There's also very little CC for the Lock, which I always feel like, you know, can be difficult against assassins. How do you feel about it?
You do have things like the Jarvan ult, and you are against an Orianna, so if she loses flash somehow, whether you lane well or Jarvan, you know, flashy Qs her or something, it can be very tricky for her. But we have to see how Quad manages it. He's normally very like conserved with how he plays. He's very patient, very disciplined, I guess you could call it. He's Mr. Disciplined. So I think he'll do fine. And I mean, to me, for this draft, it's really just if Dig's bot lane can push the lead, because I think mid and top should relatively go even. Maybe Lock goes down a little bit of CS, but he's going to be hunting for kills. And then just see how much Dig can explode the game early on, because I think if FlyQuest can just scale and scale, you know, get to 20 minutes, they're not down 4 dragons, they're not down 10k gold, they're going to be quite happy in the game.
All right, if you guys could sub in for one team, which side of the draft do you prefer? Which one would you rather play?
I mean, I will play the Jarvan side. I hate playing Shyvana in this scaling draft because you feel so much pressure. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the fly draft, but if you can scale, you should do well. But I will take the Jarvan side. You have way more opportunities on the map. So,
what about you, APA?
I mean, I might take the opposite just because I think Dignitas is not really going to pressure them too much. But maybe I'll eat my words.
Yeah, but that's a team issue, not draft issue.
I mean, it's always really interesting, right? Because people have such different perspectives on scaling versus early game. Because you're talking about pressure being on Gryffinn to be able to, you know, stop what Dig is doing. But at the same time, Dig is kind of on that clock, right? Where there's pressure on Dig to be able to make plays as well. So it always comes down to stylistic differences and what you enjoy as a player.
Yeah, I mean, I also think the Shyvana is a scaling pick, but it's not like a huge scaling. If you reach 3 items, that's when you're more strong. But once that line of items goes away, you kind of get outscaled by Caitlyn. It's like you get one shot in the end. It's not like a huge scaling jungler, even if with the passive. It sounds kind of weird, but like that's how it works.
I mean, you can already see the defensive setup from Fly. They dropped 3 wards already level 1, and I believe a bot lane ward in the bush. So they have no trinkets already. And they just have such a lack of vision of Jarvan. So if I'm Dardoch, if I'm able to know that they have some wards down in the bot lane, I'd be potentially looking for level 3 gank.
Well, we watched the early game. Inspired is standing by with FlyQuest coach ThinkCard to talk about the draft.
Yo, so I'm here with ThinkCard, and my first question would be like, don't you think it's a bit greedy to go for a champion like Shyvana when you know that the bot lane matchup is going to be quite spicy with enemy picking Karma Caitlyn? Because you kind of could expect the Karma coming in, or like the Caitlyn coming in after they picked Karma. You think it's not too greedy for the bot lane? You think they're going to manage to go through the early game?
I think it depends on what team you're playing against. For this one, I think our bot lane's going to be just fine, and that I think a lot of teams would just 2-3 rise, you know, and make sure that you can actually like fight 2v2 and go into bot river. But I expect our bot lane to be pretty good, and it is Griffin's comfort. He's very good at the champion, and I don't even think we've lost the game on it, to be honest. So it's kind of, I trust that Griffin's going to be able to see the angles, and our bot lane will be able to survive.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's fair. I think that seems like you guys really adapt to the team that you are playing with your draft. I think playing against a team like Dignitas, I would say that probably fits your strengths. But I was honestly expecting them to take the Orianna away. We're like talking here in the draft, both mid laners like Sylas and Akali were banned, then they have 4th pick, and they decide to save last pick for mid lane instead of taking the Orianna away, which is very good with Jarvan and pretty good with Shyvana as well. So, did you expect to get Orianna on 4-5 when enemy have 4th pick?
Definitely not. I thought that they'd take the Orianna. It's one of Palafox's best champions. I think Locke is pretty good here. Like, you can play 2v2 and snowball the game. But if I'm Dig, I would probably prefer to have the Orianna and just really make sure you have like the scaling advantage because you have the K Karma. So I was surprised to be able to get it, and I was pretty happy that we got it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the game is going good. Bot lane survives. Shyvana is getting a bot crap. Honestly, the worst part of the game is probably already over. So, looking good so far for FlyQuest. And that will be it with my interviews. See ya, guys.
Thank you, Inspired. Thank you, ThinkCard, for that interview. And how do you feel so far? You know, like Inspired said, hey, you're already past the hard part. We're 3 minutes in. Is this the only hard part?
I don't think it's like a hard part. It's just that Jarvan didn't do a pathing to punish enough. I will say if he will just full clear and play with bot lane push, he will be way more efficient. But I do think doing the trick and base, it won't have enough pressure on the map to do anything. You're just farming. And you don't want to do that into Shyvana specifically. So,
yeah, I mean, even from mid lane perspective, Quad, even though he has TP, Palafox has the Ignite, and he got a base off. He's up a little bit of CS in the mid lane. So it seems like all the lanes are kind of just chilling. Bot is down a little bit of CS, but it seems like it's just fine.
Yeah.
Lane getting pretty spicy. How do you feel about this mid lane matchup? This is a throwback to the jungle matchup, as this is what these players were doing in 2016. Gryffinn was 9 when Dardoch made his debut here in the LCS, back on Team Liquid.
Young kid.
Pick me anything, let me lose a piece. And Griffin's just, I don't even know what you're doing at age 9, learning your times tables or something.
The 2+2 he's learning. But yeah, I mean, that's just how time goes, you know?
It's true, yeah.
But I think for the mid lane matchup, Locke kind of has to make it really volatile. You know, he's a melee champion with relatively low wave clear. You can only like QQQ and then E the wave. But even then, like you're using all your skills on the wave, so enemy mid laner surely is going to hit you. So I mean, we can see it from Palafox. Anytime he finds an angle that he sees, he just E's forward, W's forward, and just tries to go for it. He does seem to be on the losing end of the trades. So maybe I haven't been watching too closely, but maybe he's missing a Q here or there, or Quad is just dodging them.
How do you feel then, like, if you're playing the Locke, you got to be pretty happy that Shyvana on the other side, because when you have to keep it volatile, if there's a ganking jungler, that makes it a lot more scary to play the matchup.
Yeah, you don't want to be dashing forward and then enemy Jarvan, enemy Lee Sin just comes out of the bush and...
Jose Diego ward hops onto you.
Yeah, I hate when that happens in scrims.
Yeah, I will say, if you're Palafox this game and you know they're going to use all their trinkets level 1 because that's how you have to play against Jarvan, you should play to perma-dash on Orianna and just perma-trade into her and have the Jarvan come first, because that's what will happen most of the cases, but you just feel like they're not doing too much. They're just waiting to scale, and that's not what you want to happen this game. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed by Dignitas so far. It's 5 minutes in the game. The biggest lead you have is like a 10 CS lead in the bot lane, but it feels like Dardoch
going kind of rough.
Really didn't like play to like punish anything. He's not trying to punish the Shyvana. She's even getting the 6-minute Scuttle Crab to get her level 6.
He's late.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Palafox here, but it's going to be taken by Gryffinn. Gets level 6 with the Scuttle. Dragon is up, but of course, you know, FBI and IgNar are winning their lane, but how much of an advantage do you feel like Dignitas has to have realistically to make this draft work?
Well, I don't think you need the exact lead. I just feel like the way they're playing is not good enough to what they should do. And I just feel like the bot lane has a lead, yeah, but it's own bot lane doing their lead. It's not like jungler is involved or anything. So.
Well, FlyQuest looking to start up this Dragon, and it feels like it will be uncontested. You can see Dardoch pinging over towards the Krugs. He's not level 6. Would be a pretty difficult fight to take. So they do just give over that first Mountain Dragon here to FlyQuest. And I always feel like when you're playing a draft that outscales and you get the first Dragon, you are just given a lot of time. And you're like, you're chilling, no pressure.
All in from Quad on the mid lane.
Yeah, I will say the level 6 gap was scary. I do agree that if I'm Jarvan, you have to kind of take the fight and you shouldn't give this dragon for free. If you steal the dragon and you get level 6, you might have an angle to fight because they're forcing the dragon without prio. So it's not like a free dragon, but I do think like the way they're playing the game is just like to not lose, you know? So it feels kind of weird that they're taking this against Shyvana specifically. So
yeah, I mean, Thinkart said it on the interview with Inspired. He didn't say it exactly about Dignitas playing to scale, but he was kind of insinuating that they're not going to punish them too much.
I think this is one of the things that can sometimes be difficult for, you know, lower ranked teams, is that you're losing a lot of scrims and you're losing a lot of stage games. A lot of the plays that you do just don't work, right? And then people can start to doubt their preparation. They can start to doubt themselves, and then it gets into the situation where it's like every play feels like a losing play because they're often not working out, and then you end up being a little bit hesitant to actually pull the trigger.
yeah, that's what tends to happen when you're on losing teams. I've been on losing teams that kind of like...
Flash Q in from Cryogen. It looks like FBI is going to get taken down. Beautiful play from Cryogen. Gets Massu first blood.
And there we go. Our win condition is...
the entire ball lead. Our Caitlyn was up like 15, 20 CS, and then poof, just like that, all of it's gone.
Yeah.
Good play from Cryogen with the Q flash.
Yeah, good Q flash. I mean, I think he can flash, but happens. The only issue is this is the win pressure of Dignitas draft, so dying on this and losing flash too is kind of disaster.
You look back at it now, it's like top lane's winning lane, mid lane's winning lane, bot lane's winning lane. Now we got Dragon already. It seems like everywhere's kind of just winning out for FlyQuest in a comp that we think is just a scaling comp.
Yeah.
And Gakgos has not been having a good time in lane, shall we say, so far this split. You know, has been struggling, I think, compared to his performance in the other splits, but he's doing really well in this 1v1 where I thought it was going to be, you know, a lot more even or maybe even slightly Gnar favored in the early levels.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fan of how Denathor plays the laning phase. I do think Gakgos has not been having the best splits, but I like when Denathor plays his champions like Camille and that kind of stuff. Ooh. I think that's when he shines the most, but on normal matchup, Gakgos seems way better, at least today.
Yeah, they're going to go for the dive here. Denathor flashes out. Dardoch is in position, going to use the Cataclysm, but Gryffinn flashing out. Lock is on the roam, and I think that's putting the pressure on. Denathor is having Mega available, but has no flash. We'll see if they can actually catch up. Flag and Drag catches, and Palafox going in. They grab 1 kill there for Denathor, and Palafox collects the soul in the top lane. Kills evened out here, 1-1.
Karma has flash. He should be fine. Yeah, just flash the Bardold. But I think that kill is like a good start.
Palafox going back in. Gakgos flashes out. Palafox has to flash to respect the tower. Maybe could have just taken the tower shot and saved his flash.
Do we need to flash it? I don't think so.
Yeah, a little bit vegan, but it looks like he's coming back around. I would wonder what the mid lane turret looks like, because Quad's just been whacking mid turret for, what, 2 waves in a row. It's probably down to 3 plates now.
And the next wave is coming too, so we lose another wave for this? I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's like traded.
Oh, we'll see if he can actually finish
And
him
we
off.
died to
Palafox takes him out.
He can do that?
He can do that. That's Lock, baby. He's a 2026 champion right there. Takes him out, gets the kill. And now at the end of the day, yeah, he lost a lot of CS. Nice snipe from Massu. But Denathor went from down like, what, 400 gold in top lane to actually farming some plates. He's back in the matchup. And Palafox is going to be down a tiny bit of XP, but
you're
pretty much
too
even
upset
on
about
gold.
that. I feel like Locke really wants to get these kills. He wants to get stacks on his ultimate to get the higher percentage execute. And I mean, if I'm Quad, I'm mad at my teammates. Like, the first death, it's like, sure, whatever. You know, it happens. He roamed. He got 1 kill. But then the second death, it's like, you know, you literally know he's there.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't even think the first day is good, because they already take boy grabs. Gryffinn knows Jarvan is top. He gives the boy grabs, and we're playing the scaling comp now. Now we go to the other side. We're playing the scaling comp. We don't need to pressure dive. So if we just go back and farm more bot lane camps, we take boy grabs and we play for the next round, we should be happy. So it didn't make sense to force that top lane dive at that time too. So
yeah, I mean, it's just a lack of composure, to be completely honest.
Yeah, they're just too happy. It's like, oh, we're scaling so free, now we can do crazy plays, but it's like, it doesn't make sense, you know? You're scaling for free.
Yeah, do you think that's a case where he just didn't realize where Dardoch was on the map and just kind of maybe a little bit of just kind of overeager?
It's just like junglers nowadays, you have too much free time, so you just go for the first place you see. So if you die, and then you have tempo again, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where you should maybe look for the top lane play, but then instantly the Jarvan's there, you can just back out. Like, he didn't commit anything. At worst, he's going to have to commit an ult out. But I don't think that's too bad from Shyvana's perspective. And then I think just overcommitting to that play was really bad. But then you look at the scoreboard now, Ezreal with 2 kills, the kill from Cryogen's Q flash, and then the Ezreal ult. He's feeling really good in this game in a lane that he's supposed to be losing.
Yeah, I mean, he has Triforce here on the same timing that FBI got Collector. Dardoch could be in some trouble. Gryffinn does arrive. Nice immune there, but the anti-timing on the Bardoch coming through, and he misses the binding afterwards. Dardoch looking like he's going to go down as Massu goes on a killing spree.
No flash.
Cryogen chasing after. FBI still without the flash. Feels like he's going to fall for sure. This time, Palafox, though, coming in, going to get shockwaved up, and he's just immediately deleted as he goes through the portal looking to kill Massu. And regrets that decision.
Yeah, what a disaster from Dignitas over there. They're trying to engage bot lane. They're trying to play for a 3-3, maybe with like a little bit of mid gap, and then they just don't understand that Shyvana's this strong of a champion because you weren't able to punish it early game. They get stomped in the 3-3. They get stomped in the 4-4 when both mid laners move down, and now FlyQuest they're in a firm lead. They have Void Grubs, they have Dragon, they have a gold lead. Like, what else do they want?
Yeah, and this Orianna had item for this fight, so I think that's the biggest difference maker. I also think the Bard ulti was kind of bad at the start, because the Shyvana fear was good enough, and then you can chase them with the Bard ulti. But having the Orianna moving first is also like a huge difference maker for this fight.
Denathor looks like he's going to be in trouble on top side. Cryogen roams up. The equalizer is there. He's stunned into the wall, burned down by Gakgos. Bad goes to worse here for Dignitas, now down 2.2k already early on in this game.
I mean, it's just a movie from Cryogen. He's bot lane, he's top lane, he's everywhere. He's winning every fight. He's 5k out of 6. Like, it's just a complete support gap right now.
Yeah, I do think when you don't pressure the Bard enough, he kind of covers the Shyvana weak point, that he can move around all the map and just make the pressure for the jungler. That's something that FlyQuest always doing screens pretty well. And I do think if you don't pressure them high enough, then they just move around and get away with jungle scaling pick and bot lane with like a scaling sorta lane. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can even see it on the map right now. How IgNar kind of just has to be super careful walking in to get wards. He's so scared to even check one bush. But then on Cryogen's side, he's just going topside for vision, getting a kill, going bot side. He can just do whatever he wants right now.
Remember, the LCS Championship is headed to the Gas South Arena in Atlanta, Georgia from October 3rd to 4th. Single-day tickets are now available, and we've also added some more seats at the floor level. Get them now before they are gone, and we will see you all there. And something I wanted to ask you guys about, a lot of pros I've talked to feel like Massu plays really, really well with a lead, but can struggle sometimes playing, in a disadvantageous matchup or from behind. Now that he's, in this position, is that something that you guys kind of see as one of his strengths?
I do think he's one of the most aggressive ADCs in the league. He's always trying to click forward. He's for this game, for example, he's always trying to arcane shit forward and press the lead. You can see him right now. He's just pushing mid as far up as possible. So I do think when he has those leads, it's very good for him.
Yeah, I also think he gets caught a lot of times by playing so aggressive. Like, sometimes you get his flash and then he keeps going forward. That's kind of what happens with this type of ADs.
Yeah, there's the Cataclysm in onto Massu, but it's a nice portal out from Cryogen, and they get out of there no problem. Purgatory and Cataclysm both committed, and the Dragon's taken by FlyQuest, and Palafox is spotted there by Quad, but should be safe.
I feel like they're just, it looks like desperation. How do you Jarvan ult and lock ult on top of the Ezreal with E? Like, how do they think that's ever going to work, especially when Bard's right there? And now you can see the support jungle from FlyQuest just doing what they do best with these picks. Bard's just bot lane, he's pressuring the lock off of waves, and sure, they're hitting the mid turret, but they only got one play, you're losing the whole bot turret.
Yeah, it looks like Palafox is very desperate to make something happen, especially with Loki. You kind of want to rush the map and kind of get a lot of kills on the map. And if you cannot get anything, the Orianna just outscales you, and you're not very happy with that one. And I do think he's dropping a lot of waves for it, and it's not working out too, because they're respecting too. Besides Gakgos. So.
Yeah, I mean, now at this point, Quad is up, going on 50 CS. It does go a little bit under that now, but still 45 CS advantage currently. He got the first tower gold as well on the bot side, so that's created a pretty large lead now here for FlyQuest. It is Hextech Soul that is going to be available, so if you're a FlyQuest fan, you're probably pretty happy about that, given they got the early 2 dragons.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm FlyQuest, Quad's basically Chovy right now. He's got 170 CS. He's like a full turret under him. He got 3 plates mid lane. He's like, what, probably at least 6 plates. And he just kind of do everything. I think you can see it from now, Dignitas perspective. They probably feel that they have to do something. They can't keep giving everything. They're giving void grubs. They're giving dragons. Yeah. So now they're
this is desperation, Pedal. Like, you don't have a choice. You have to fight here.
Yep, the TP is going to come in. Actually, double TP from both Quad and Gakgos. Massu shifting forward, chunks down Palafox. The Dardoch going to be thrown out onto Dardoch. Palafox threatening on the side. They go right in. Denathor with a massive combo. Palafox trying to burst him down, looking for the resets, but he can't quite finish the job. Massu stays alive. Quad flashes out. Gakgos, Gryffinn, and Massu win the team fight, even with a great start, it felt like, for Dig.
Yeah, wow, that was incredible from Denathor. He got like such a crazy engage. What was that, a 3-man combo?
Yeah, we got a boss, because I think Palafox is like, we did this combo and we didn't kill anyone? That's crazy.
Yeah, they got such a great combo at the start. You thought it was going to be like, wow, Dignitas is turning it around. And then something weird happened. Maybe it looks like Palafox is talking, so maybe there was a lock bug or something. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, we'll give you guys an update as soon as we do find out, but Massu did a good job on the side. He kind of like chunked out Palafox a little bit, and I think it made it a little bit harder for Palafox to get in as quickly as maybe he would have wanted to. And he was very low on health when he went in to try to follow up on that combo, and it just felt like he couldn't live long enough to maybe get some of those resets. Because, I mean, as soon as you start getting some kills on lock, you can go crazy.
Yeah, I do think Gryffinn was kind of far from the fight. That's why it looks like that they almost won the fight. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was farming a crab or something, the classic jungler camp. And yeah, I do think the camps are not as important as the Rift Herald at this point. And the Bard ulti kind of make a lot of space for the Shyvana to reach, so it wasn't that bad in the end. But yeah, surprisingly, they lost the fight after that huge combo from Dig.
Yeah.
So the update is, sorry to interrupt, the update is from Palafox. He says he encountered a lock bug. I'm not sure exactly what the bug is, so of course the referees are going to investigate. They're going to be going through. You guys are obviously familiar with this process, having played a lot of games. Jose is maybe going to try to look back a bit and investigate on our end. But they do have, shadow play where basically they can go back and they can see all your clicks. They can see everything that happened on your screen and see what it looks like.
So Jose is going back and he's watching the lock right now.
Yeah, it looks like this one, no?
Oh.
Like he flashed in the middle of his E and he canceled his E, I think. That's what happened. Like from the spec, at least. It looks like he E and then he flash, and it looks like he canceled his own E with the flash or something. Yeah.
That does kind of look weird. You would get a reset on, who is that, the Bard?
Yeah, the Bard. He will get a reset here, yeah.
And then maybe that does actually change the fight?
I think they will lose anyways, but like, He might change the fight.
But if it's a bug, it's a bug, right? You know, at the end of the day.
It doesn't look like a bug. I think he canceled his own E with the flash. That's what it looks like for me. But I don't play LoL that much, so I'm not sure. But it does look like
it does look a little bit funny. Like you got stuck on the Jarvan ult for a little bit.
Yeah, it's like when you flash on champions like Yasuo or something that it looks weird. But I do think it's like he flashed in between
I think
animations.
it was just a mechanical misplay.
It looks like it, but I'm not sure.
I mean, when you're on the losing side, you kind of have to get anything you can get. You got to pause. Like, ref, that was a bug. That wasn't just me messing up.
Yeah,
well, and who knows, right? You know, we don't know for sure, but they are going to investigate it, and we're going to throw it over to the analyst desk for now, who are also going to be doing some speculation of their own.
All right, guys, what are we thinking here? We're paused because of what?
An alleged bug.
We hit
because of the bug
combo on Gnar and we didn't win the fight, so...
Yeah, how did we not kill anyone and we got aced in that fight where everything
Ref,
landed, so
team
something's got to be wrong if...
Ref, I can't play better than that. It's not working.
Yeah, I mean, the game state was not looking good for Dig, though.
No,
I mean, they picked
I
an
think
early
the
game
pause
comp.
is the only thing that can save them right now.
It's a pause for mental?
Yeah, pause for mental and
there.
paying for the chrono break, maybe. 2-minute one.
What's the reasoning behind this chrono break?
Competitive integrity. Anyways, yeah, the game state not going too good for Dig. I mean, they had an early game comp and it's not
They didn't
working
really
out.
use it. I was not sure if they were aware that they had an early game comp, the way they played.
Yeah, I mean, actually, because they lost 2 dragons.
And they were
Dragon
just
wasn't
kind of
being-
chilling. They lost grabs, they lost 2 dragons, they lost second crab.
Yeah, second
They
crab was really
So they
important.
lost everything.
Yeah, they didn't fight for
And the
anything.
house and the kids.
The main choice was like
And
second
then
crab,
they let
right?
Caitlyn get
'Cause
ganked
and killed
by
that
Ezreal.
Ezreal, yeah.
the second crab leads to the dragon and kind of a hard position in the game if they give it.
Yeah, I mean, then Gryffinn tried to give it back by diving top, but they also
Yeah,
didn't.
that play you were very mad about.
They didn't execute the best, I think, Dignitas. Just flash EQ by Jarvan instantly, and then probably free kill on Shyvana that don't even waste any time.
They did kill him in the end, though.
Yeah,
but
they
they
did
did
everything.
it
And then
down.
Locke stayed top for like 2
Yeah.
minutes essentially to chase down the Rumble weapon.
He did get the rumble.
And then you got Ezreal today. Just
There's a
rage
real
bait in the
life-
Rumble, but then it didn't even matter. I mean, I thought Denathor would actually use something or get a lead off
I
of
felt like
all
when
the
he
time
had no
happened,
flash,
but
right?
like
The whole time he could
he missed a
kill
kill window for sure. Like Rumble overheated in his face, didn't have flash, and he's just about to turn Mega. He missed a kill window there, so a bit disappointing to, you know, if you're the mid laner and you see that, it's like, why did I just help top so much?
Yeah, exactly,
for no reason, essentially. So a lot of things going on in his mind right now, probably during this pause.
You guys think
I know a lot of
Palafox is
players.
really thinking, I'm helping top here killing
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Rumble?
I know him. He's absolutely thinking
actually
like,
is?
okay, I'm going to sack my game for you. Now it's your turn to carry. That's how he's
Yeah, I
thinking.
wasn't sure if he saw like the Rumble,
Now
like
he's trying to
300 gold on
explain
the
the bug,
screen.
probably. Because I assume there's some
Yeah.
bug with the...
Yeah, so ref, I killed the Rumble, I died Ezreal ulti, but somehow top isn't winning. I mean, investigate this guy in here.
Yeah, it's not normally.
Check
Not
it, PC.
normally.
Yeah. I mean, on FlyQuest side, I mean, they're just chilling. I mean, they outscale and they're already ahead. So 2 dragons.
I mean, if there
I
is
think we
any
gotta
hope,
watch this.
Yeah, check
this
the
fight back
replay
now.
out on the fight that lets them
Yo,
pause.
Bruiser, can we change the thing over here to team fight? Is it possible? Because they hit this massive
It
combination.
looked good. It looked like this is exactly what they need to do to win.
16-28.
16-28 is the moment the bug was reported
Allegedly
by
a
Palafox,
bug.
correct?
Allegedly.
Yeah,
a bug.
Palafox is running in with his W on.
So they have this massive combination right here.
The Oriole whiffs, right? Yeah, completely whiffs.
And I think if they had lock ulti in this team fight, remember they wasted it
Oh.
earlier, 9 seconds
I mean,
on
his
it.
E went the other way, even though he clicked on the guys that were CC'd.
Wait, go back. Go back.
Like,
and
I think
go back and
something-
slow
something
it
with the
down.
Jarvan
Slow motion even more?
Something with the Jarvan ult made his champion dash weirdly,
Okay.
I think.
Slow motion.
Eyes on the lock after. Where is he?
Eyes on lock.
He is on the left
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
He's running
he's
Here?
coming in
down
from
below.
the portal. Yep.
His ult is sadly on 10 seconds cooldown, so that's unlucky. Should have went ultimate hunter.
And then what does he do? He presses E.
And right now his auto attack just doesn't go over the Jarvan wall. I think.
Aye!
Oh,
He flashes
Oh, wait,
E's
he
backwards.
by accident.
yeah, I feel like he would one-shot 2 people with that
right-
E here.
right
Yeah,
here.
maybe,
He
honestly, it
reported
could
the
be
bug.
a legit bug. Yeah.
It actually looks like he like eased backwards.
He's damaged
I
through
think
all
he
of them. It
clicked
gets
them, but
spread.
because there is so many people in the Jarvan ult and there's like no
I feel like
space
the
for a
terrain
champion,
bug.
maybe
There's got to be some sort of terrain bug with the Jarvan ult, I think.
I think there was just too many
I
people
think maybe
there.
he A-clicked or something and it goes on Ezreal.
No, but put him backwards where he should have.
Yeah,
Like,
he,
he's
like-
not ahead of the enemy champ.
He's
so
flashing in, but
should be
somehow
going
he
forward with
teleports
this E.
backwards towards Ezreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you can't click the Ezreal from there.
I mean, you can argue
Exactly. No,
that
no,
if
no.
He,
I
if
don't
he
think
clicks
so
on
either.
like this bar right now and one-shots him with his E.
Yeah, he
then
can
he
E over
gets
the
an
wall.
E
Resets,
resets,
he
and
goes
he will
over
kill the
here.
Orianna one shot as well, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
It actually might be a
it's
reasonable
actually
boss
a.
once.
Yeah, actually, good pause here by Palafox.
You know, sometimes you pause and you're like, yeah, you're just a freak, bro. Like, you miss your spells. It's nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, here honestly does look like a bug.
Damn.
Veteran gameplay.
Kind of unlucky though that they don't have the
right
lock ult though. If lock has ult, I actually think they might kill Rumble as well. Rumble is pretty healthy in that play, but
they wasted both Jarvan ulti and lock ulti on the Bard portal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
And if he had lock ult right there and he actually gets a kill on Bard, I feel like he might get like a, you know, back and forth with Lucky.
I mean, come back into the game.
Lockout there, they're dead. Two of them
I feel
instantly.
like that actually should be a chrono break, right?
I mean, it looks like it.
But
right?
Usually when
What time?
Chrono
So
break?
minute 1 or?
Right, but actually, when do they chrono break in these scenarios?
I think just
could
right
they-
before
I think
the Herald.
like
maybe.
before
Right
the
before-
fight.
The problem is there was a miracle
It's like a dead
play.
game state, I think, is
Yeah.
what they
Yeah, but I think
classify it as.
yeah, you're right. They'll never get that 3-man combo
Yeah, you're
again.
never getting
so
that
even if
again.
they,
So do they even want the chrono break at that point? Because it's like FlyQuest would be like, okay, well, we're not going to miss Oriole. Well, they miss
Definitely
Oriole.
chrono break
Well, they got
this.
aced, so I think they
Yeah.
want a chrono break no matter where they go.
Yeah,
But
that is true, actually.
I think they will have the choice.
Yeah,
if
I
it
think a
comes to
dead
it.
state is better than the outcome, and the outcome was potentially swayed
Yeah,
by
they
this.
probably won't get that angle again, but they will definitely have a better game state of being aced.
Yeah.
I think it was 5-0 as well. No, they got 1 kill on Bard.
I mean, what would you guys want? Let's say you had a choice. What
And
would
definitely
you choose?
chrono break.
Yeah, you have another chance.
Yeah.
Unless you think it's lost anyway, you might as well get it over with. I think it's
We're not winning no matter what, just play
Yeah,
it
but
out.
Dignitas is playing for
Let's lose in
playoffs
peace.
here. Like, surely they just
you
they
gotta
really
take
care.
all
It's
the
a really
chances
important
you
game
can
for them. So
It's an important outcome to look at.
Yeah.
So can we get an update from the referees or what? Like, what's up?
is it gonna be a chrono break?
Yeah,
They are
what, is
triple
Brian doing this?
checking, and it looks weird so far.
It does look weird
It
indeed.
does look pretty weird.
All right, what if you're the ref? You're the ref here.
And just chrono break this. If I don't know actually what's wrong with Riot when it comes to chrono break. Is it like hard to pull off? Like do
It's
they?
apparently it's
What's wrong with
dangerous.
Riot?
It can break the game.
It can break the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like chrono breaking is like they
Going
put
back in
your
time.
champions in the game
It's
again.
replaying
It makes it
everything.
retrace every click you did the entire game.
Up
And if at
until
any
that
point
point.
it goes wrong, the whole thing blows up your house.
Your house. Okay, yeah, I mean,
But
Okay,
to be
but-
fair, Dignitas has no house right now. They are homeless.
But I think they should chrono break then, and if it actually breaks the game, then it's on Riot to, I don't know, like it's Riot's fault. Like you shouldn't be punishing Dignitas for Riot not being able
It's
to
like
make
we
a
can't
good
blame
chrono break.
Jungler, we can't blame the draft, so we're blaming Riot Games for like this month.
I mean, I think it should be chrono break.
I feel like one of the last times I remember a similar scenario where the game broke was like, I feel like it was Dardoch and Huni when they were on the same team on Echo Fox, and the game actually broke, and they resolved it by gold lead. I don't know if that's a real
They
thing.
resolved it, like the team won with the goal.
I thought so. I don't know if this is a real thing.
Like a
Maybe we
referee
need to ask the
VAR,
producers.
Yep, you guys won.
you guys can 5 kill goal lead. It's over.
Around
And
this guy,
Huni on
he's gonna-
Echo
he's gonna go
Fox.
off.
They're currently investigating.
Yeah.
My statement or which one? Maybe
The-
that's
the-
I don't know, bro. I'm just repeating what I hear in my ear, so I don't know what.
Did you play many chrono breaks? I don't know.
I
how
had
many
one
did.
big one in my career against FlyQuest in 2020. We
Oh,
had a
I
fight
remember
where
that one, yeah.
we killed literally everyone. Then they chrono broke.
Santorin
It's like
mouse,
one
right?
guy's mouse was not working,
Yeah.
and then after the team fight, they didn't die this time.
Yeah.
So we lost. all
But
of
was
it.
it actually not working? What happened then? Was it the PC?
That was
PC
during the
issue?
COVID era of 2020 where we played online or remote, whatever. And
He can't even verify.
So how could they
it.
even see that then? They couldn't
well, they
confirm
had
it.
cameras and like POV or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the mouse just
There-
didn't move, and the team fight was like, it's lost. Let me just stop moving. Hands on the keyboard. Ref.
I thought during COVID we did have to have screen monitoring software
Yeah,
or
they
something.
did have something like that. Yeah, inputs or whatever. But that was the only one I ever had, I think.
I had one the same year against FlyQuest as well. Yeah, but
not
we
a-
no,
not
it
a
was
FlyQuest.
us.
Again?
FlyQuest is in
It was
all
us,
these.
Tess.
That
it was
vicious.
us. We were playing the set Callista.
Oh, they're writing something on the teleprompter.
Echo Fox
right
was
here.
Clutch Gaming 2018.
How did it
That was
resolve
a,
the
I
game?
think
The
that's,
game server crashed and the game
maybe
couldn't
that
be
was
recovered.
during the last chrono break. I'm not sure if it's this one.
No. I mean, it was 2018, but since then there were other chrono breaks.
Yeah, I see. But maybe that was the last one that.
They're typing.
It crashed.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
it
what's
was.
the mentality if you're a player on? Because like for me, it's like it's just really stressful, or not stressful, but like really boring in terms of like we're just waiting for the
they're typing
outcome.
these guys. I see they're going crazy with the keyboards. Let's see the chat up here. Can we change the scene right now, or whatever?
I mean, the mentality
Wait, where
Dig
is
is
it?
praying that it's a
can't see
chrono
it.
break.
Yeah.
You can't see what they
I
type?
can't see the chat on this thing. I mean, I have it open,
check,
but
check the settings. Maybe it's a setting.
no, the chat is like on my screen, but
Okay,
like, no one's typing in it.
You start typing into them.
Huh?
You start typing as spec.
Wait, let me try.
All right.
I think they're leaving us.
They're leaving us?
Yeah, we're out of here.
All
We're
right.
kicked
I think
out.
we're gonna toss it back to the casters.
It doesn't work. I can't have
Looks like
XD.
we're maybe getting back into the game. We'll see.
Maybe. Does that mean that it's not a bug then?
All right, welcome back to the cast here. So the determination is that it was not a bug, and they are going to be playing through. So we'll see how quickly this does get unpaused, and we'll have to continue out from this state with FlyQuest obviously at a pretty massive advantage.
Yeah, I mean, looks like what, 5,000 gold now? They have Dragon. They even got the Rift Shard in the fight. I mean, it's going to be probably a pretty hard game going on from Diggs, but I mean, you can see a little bit of hope. Like Denathor and Dardoch, they got a big wombo combo there. Sadly, he didn't have the lock ultimate, and looked a little bit funny on his E with what happened.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably like one of the last hopes in the game. Like Orianna, no flash, maybe you can look to punish her a little bit, but right now it just looks to be hard after this team fight.
Yeah. There is a phrase that somebody say one day, it's like, pick me whatever. I don't know if you guys heard about it. This could be the case, you know?
Let me lose in peace. I don't know if it was a bug or not. I can't say, right? But it did look very weird. I will say that because he flash E'd and then the E bounced back out. Whether that's like an intended interaction with Cataclysm or whether it's, you know, if there's not space for lock to E4 that's intended, I couldn't say. It definitely looks really weird though, and those are frustrating moments. You know, as a pro, I'm sure you guys have had those moments where it's like something weird happens and you're told, nope, that's just how it is. Keep playing.
Yeah, well, there is some interaction that you can never replicate because every game is different. So the option of that happening again is like very low. So yeah, you just kind of keep going with it.
Sadly, Denathor missed the top lane engage. They were trying to punish quad with no flash, but he's just rockabouts out of the combo.
Yeah, and we're dropping another bot wave for Palafox, so it feels worse for him, I guess.
I mean, he doesn't seem to be too big of a fan of CS. He's down, what, 60 CS already in an 18-minute game? Kind of a big CS lead gap.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the thing that's always even worse with those situations is like you're down so much CS, but also the play gold and also the experience as well, right? And
yeah, the experience is what hurt the most.
Oh, Gryffinn's going to go in here looking for Palafox. Cryogen Q flash does connect. Dardoch with the knockup over on a quad, but Palafox still trying to limp out. Massu arrives. FBI hitting him and pushing him back, and now the TP into the backline comes from Denathor. But the question is it too late? He's about to mega out, has the TP shield, but the Bardoll from Cryogen just stuns him out of the air. He lost his crunch on that, and FBI now very low, and no way Gryffinn escapes in the Herald. He's going back in. He's got no health, but he doesn't care. The drive-by knock-up here. Massu's ult doesn't get a kill. Even knocks the Herald into mid lane there to get a kill there as well on the tower.
I mean, it's just going bad to worse from Dignitas in the last few minutes of this gameplay. I know we paused, but Rift Herald was just a couple minutes ago, and then this top lane play where it's so close to getting quad, but just not enough, and so close to getting Gryffinn, but then not enough. And then suddenly the game is just exploded. Now we see the third dragon coming up. That's probably going to be theirs, and back to the fight.
Yeah, it does feel like the pause made the game longer because this game was over after that one. So yeah, it's just like they're getting styled on right now by the Rift Herald and a lot of stuff in the game.
This Bardoll was pretty sick because I think he took Denathor out of his leap. So he loses his E cooldown as he's trying to go in for the Meganar play because he had no flash from that previous one.
Yeah. Yeah, the battle ulti was kind of insane. Also, the Rift Herald was kind of insane. 1 HP and take it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Griffin's definitely playing a little bit on the knife sides there. He definitely didn't calculate everything. But going back to live, it's like 3 dragons at 20 minutes. You have a scaling comp, you're up 8k gold.
Yeah.
I feel like it's getting a bit too dire for the Dignitas side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Orianna with Mage Eyes too is like a lot of weird stuff is happening in this game that shouldn't be allowed to. Yeah.
It is definitely looking very tough for Dig. Obviously, we all know this is like a 99% chance for them to win. What is the 1% that you're thinking about? Like, what is the play you're thinking about from Dignitas' side where, you know, it's probably one more team fight and then the game ends, but what is the one play you would be trying to look for that miracle?
I mean, you can maybe start it off by like getting a side lane pick onto one of Quad or Denathor, but then I guess the big hope is really just you hope for like the wombo that you saw at the Rift Herald, but then it just goes slightly better. You have the lock all this time instead, and then the lock gets full combo, and maybe you get Baron and objective bounties. So I think that's kind of what they're looking for. But if you're on the FlyQuest side, you know the game's over. You know you don't have to do anything funny. You can just push waves, not die, and then
Show up to objectives.
everything is going to just keep going to your plan, because Dignitas has to do something at this stage of the game, or they just lose.
Yeah, exactly. I do think the Baron is the best chance for Dig, but even if you fight on Nashor, there is a high chance you still lose even in the best spot. So doesn't feel like there is a lot of plays. I think silent play nowadays are kind of easy to tell. It's like, oh, he's not showing top, he's here. You know, it's like pretty easy to avoid them. So yeah, it's just like waiting for Dragon if you want, or you can just start an Nashor and just make them come fight. That's just the two options for Fly 2.
We can see the playoff scenarios there just popped up. FlyQuest, whether they win 2-1 or 2-0, if they win the series, they are locked for playoffs. Dignitas just slightly increases their chances, of course, of making playoffs. You know, whether it's a 2-0 or 2-1, they will have that chance. Baron being started up here by Shyvana, though.
I think Shyvana is one of the few champions that can actually solo Baron, especially when you change into the dragon form with the tree damage on your Q.
Yeah.
But they do spot it out.
Yeah, Gryffinn does love to hit Baron Salon. He does it a lot in the scrims. It's kind of funny, but he loves doing Nashor a lot.
I mean, I think it's good from FlyQuest, though. I know it's like a little bit funny to hear someone soloing Nash, but they're up so much gold. I think they kind of just want Dignitas to fight them.
Yeah, but even if you don't do anything, you're taking their camps, you're taking their space, you can hit towers slowly and get plays. It's not like you have to do Nashor, but there is always the option, so they just feel pressure to go in.
Oh, the equalizer completely whiffs, and Denathor, nice little sidestep there on the Dardoch. Flashes over the wall, does get out to safety, but does lose that critical flash. And when you're thinking about ways to come back, you're thinking about those playmaking tools, that's just getting that much harder.
Is that a real stat? When you're up 8,000 gold, it's 151 to 1 or 0?
Damn.
I mean, being up 8,000 gold doesn't happen too often.
Surely, I mean, it happened 151 times, so I guess it's often.
In like 12 years or 13 years, right?
Oh,
that's LCS history.
Oh, I see.
Since the beginning. And here goes Dardoch looking for Massu, but he has his E, and Gryffinn has the ulti. Dragon's Ascent just used over the wall. Massu shifts out to safety, and Dardoch now chunked out. Pretty low. They're just trying to force something here. Dignitas clearly feeling like they need to force because Quad is just pushing top lane for free. They're losing all their camps. They're not answering bot. So they've decided that the way to play is just group 5 and hope they can find some sort of an angle.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Dardoch in this situation, you just watch your Gromp blue buff wolves get taken. Then Gryffinn goes to the bot side. He takes your Raptors red buff Krugs. You think to yourself, oh, now what? I can't fight them. I can't get my camps. Like, what do I even do? The only gold I'm getting is passive gold.
Yeah, it's like you're just bleeding slowly. You're just losing everywhere, and you cannot do anything about it. So yeah, and Gryffinn is one of the junglers that he will also farm his camp. So you also go down more CS. So yeah, he doesn't let you like too much to do. And now they're just gonna play for Dragon and just probably finishing that fight.
It just feels so hard. It feels like Dignitas can't do Baron. They don't really have the damage for it.
Yeah.
And then Gryffinn takes all your camps, and now he's full clearing his own camps. And there's gonna be a soul fight in a minute. And like from Dignitas' side, it's just like you just have to pray you get some Wombo, but your Gnar has no flash now. He can't do the same thing he did in the Rift Herald fight.
Yeah.
And even if you get it when you're this far down, you look at the item completions, like every single person is up a full item.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like they're just waiting for soul. I'm also surprised they don't take Gryffinn camps like the FlyQuest side. If Ion is this Ezreal, he took like 5 camps for me.
Yeah, he
but
takes
they
your
don't take
Raptors,
a single one.
Wolves.
So I'm kind of surprised by it. I'll have to talk with Ion about it.
You're going to have to bot review this game with Jan. Look at what this AD carry's doing. Took none of my camps. It's beautiful. Denathor swinging a miss there as the Rocket Belt gets Quad out to safety for the second time this game.
And that's one of the big tools that you need from the Dignitas side, the Gnar ult. You know, it's just gone just like that. I feel like FlyQuest is playing a very disciplined game this time around. Even though they kind of pulled the Baron, but they're just holding space, they're taking camps. It feels like so suffocating for Dignitas in this game to do anything.
Massu is just chunking them out. Now shifting forward onto Palafox, who went way too far, gets burst down here thanks to Dardoch and Palafox, but Dardoch will give his life in exchange. FBI now running. Gryffinn is just not losing health whatsoever. FBI flashes the wall, but just dies on the other side, and now it's a full-on retreat here for Dignitas. IgNar flashing out. Denathor not so lucky. He doesn't have a flash to try to get out. FlyQuest do lose Massu as he gets burst down, but they crush the fight regardless.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier into the game with Massu being such an aggressive ADC. He arcane shifts forward and instantly gets punished for it, but it just doesn't matter. They're down too much gold.
The beautiful Ezreal engage.
Yeah. The arcane shift into 5-man people die, and you still win because you're up 10,000 gold. Yeah. Sometimes you can get away with it.
Palafox now is looking. I mean, Quad and Cryogen are quite low. Gryffinn will be able to secure this, no problem. We'll see if Palafox can find anything, but
might have killed himself. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
In game.
Yeah, looking for the angle, right? But there's no real good angles at this point, and Gakgos and Gryffinn both up 2 levels. Palafox on the run is just going to have to take another death here as FlyQuest have secured this game 1. It's really just waiting for the Nexus to fall. Here's this one more time.
Yeah, I mean, we can see FlyQuest holding space, and then Massu just a little bit too eager. He's probably just like happy. Everyone's up 10k gold. Like, you can feel like you can do whatever you want. Sadly gets punished, but it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters for KDA, but for the entire game, you're still going to win.
And Shyvana literally does not lose health in this whole fight with the Caitlyn hitting him.
I had this game since Scrims, and my coach keeps telling me how OP Shyvana, and when I play it, I don't do anything, and we lose the game in 20 minutes. So yeah, this is one of those games that she's so accelerated that it feels like she can do whatever she wants, you know?
I mean, she's up 5k.
Yeah, that's what it feels like when she's up like that much CS, you know? She just keep farming, and of course any champion with this huge lead is gonna do everything she wants, you know? So.
But yeah, going forward, I think the macro from FlyQuest is just easy. You have Baron now. They didn't contest it. I think you just go down 1 or 2 lanes if you really want, and you can kind of just push to the end. You're up so much gold, you're up so many items on every single person.
Yeah, they should just dive here, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like just push and then really just dive. I don't really see how Dignitas can fight back. They lack flashes on a few of their carries. It just seems so hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Death Cap is now complete for Quad. He's got his Shockwave level 16. Any decent engage could be the end. They're going to look for Gakgos. He just goes stasis, though, and Massu is going to be able to take down Palafox. On the other side, Tempered Fate does land onto FBI. Massu shifts forward, takes him out as well. As in goes the Shockwave with the Dragon's Descent. It's just on a Denathor. Gets a IgNar into the wall, but it does not matter. That's a triple kill. Massu going to be able to grab a Quadra. Can he find the Penta in the Fountain? Let's see if they dive for it.
Penta here, Massu.
Surely you got to go for it. IgNar is waiting, but it looks like FlyQuest not heading for him just yet. They are going to be looking for it now. Let's see if they can get Massu the Penta. They go in.
Oh, no.
And they don't get it. Gakgos steals it. But FlyQuest do take game 1.
I mean, honestly, it's quite a good game from FlyQuest. I know we've been down on them so far this split, but like it looks like a pretty disciplined game. They didn't make too many mistakes, and it looked super hard for Dignitas to even get anything going for them that game.
Who's your guys' player of the game?
Probably Massu. I think they managed to do, like, they leave the bot lane matchup from the equation, and that kind of gives them like the win condition for free.
I would say Cryogen. I think the early game he was like carrying. He got the kill bot lane. He roamed top lane. He did really well in the bot lane 3v3/4v4 that happened. I think the entire early game was just carried off the back of Cryogen.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we have 1 Massu vote, 1 Cryogen vote. Analyst desk, what do you guys think?
We're a little split on the play of the game vote here, but everyone agrees it's the ball lane for FlyQuest that carried this one. You said that it was Bard that carried the whole game off of that one play where he kills FBI at like 6 minutes with the portal. We just picked the AD carry. He has 10 kills.
Yeah. ADC was just queuing. Same like you guys were hyping up Rahel Ezreal as well. The series damage, I think right now Ezreal was just queuing again. I think Bard did pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to just go either way. It's the ball lane that carried this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Game. Yeah. But you guys were criticizing the early game of Dignitas a little bit. They were playing this winning lane bot, the strong jungler early game, and somehow nothing was happening. They didn't get any camp advantage, any skills advantage.
Didn't get any drag stacking early game.
Yeah,
no
felt
pressure.
weird, honestly.
Lost Grubs, lost Drake, lost
everything.
Everything.
They have to pick something.
Zero ganks is done as well. They didn't gank mid. They didn't do anything. Zero dives, zero pressure.
So what did they do?
I'm not sure. They pick a draft that needs to be proactive, and that's just not their. That's just not how they're going to win. So
I mean, for me, it does start at the second crab. They have to use their winning bot, and or their mid can be there at the same time. They have to just show presence and fight it, see what happens.
Well, we got to talk about the Pagoda moment of the game. If you're watching the LCS, make sure to spam the Pagoda emote in the chat if you see a Pog where if you play. This game's Pagoda moment was in the ball lane, obviously, with a winning team fight in FlyQuest. All right, let me get over there and drive this one. Hang on.
I think the game's pretty even, and FlyQuest just takes a fight on their spike, no?
Looks like, we talk about how FlyQuest, because they won early game and the Comet shouldn't be winning early game, they have the double Trinity Force and the Ludens in the mid lane. Even Liners top lane, not that it matters, and this fight was kind of what decided the entire game. It was kind of the last hope for Dignitas, so let's play it.
Yeah, and Caitlyn doesn't use her last trap in this fight,
We have no traps on Caitlyn playing as Bard, so when this battle happens here, which is kind of like fine synergy from FlyQuest, Gryffinn ulted in, Bard ulted him. No traps.
The synergy was fine. Like even though they get feared, like pretty good setup with it. Bard now should
on top here
with Q, I assume. I think Bard Q should come out.
Actually, the Jargon ult was good to get him out of the bar Q double stun, but
now they also kill Caitlyn for the second time. I mean, right now the game is
now the game's essentially over.
Even though the log gets that kill, he still decides to go in and just...
doesn't get the kill on Massu. It felt like this moment kind of ruined the whole game for Dignitas. I mean, they were down, what, let's say 300 gold or something?
They
400 gold in this moment right here.
Yeah.
After this play, they're down.
But even just being even at this game stage is kind of losing already for Dig.
They're behind 1.5k gold, 1.7k gold. They're about to lose second Drake.
And Orianna is hitting the bot tower, so I think it's going to be even more than that.
Even more gold. And this felt like
Nail
the
in the
last
coffin.
hope for
Nail in the coffin.
For Team Dignitas.
Dig season ended right there.
There was that one team fight at the Herald, the little controversial pause moment. That was determined to not be a bug, some interaction between Jarvan ult blocking Lock from going inside.
I mean, we thought it was all a bug, right? We thought it should have been a
suspicious.
remake, but it wasn't.
A remake?
Or not remake. I mean, Dig probably hoped it was a remake, but a Chrono Break at least, but that didn't happen. And I guess we have a playoff update picture here that we got to do.
It's already solved then? Current playoff odds, 69%. So
Dig lose and they're out. And FlyQuest win and Clutch playoffs eliminate DSG and Dig with the win. So two teams.
Okay, so if they win a game, then they're...
No. If FlyQuest win next game, they're just in playoffs, and Dig and DSG are just
Okay, so the odds
out.
for now are 69%. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it just Dig has to win to keep their chances alive, and FlyQuest can knock two teams out with the win.
I mean, honestly, after this game, I don't really see a way for Dig to win, but maybe they will put IgNar on some engaged support this time instead of Karma. They will play for some team fight better.
I mean, I feel like you can't draft a proactive comp if you're playing like this for Dig, just given how your season's going. You need some scaling for sure.
What can you draft? That can
Gathering Storm champs, maybe?
Gathering Storm, that's what we need.
I think so.
I really think just like Kai'Sa, Alistar, Kai'Sa Rel, maybe some different fighting ADC. Yeah, just fight, I think.
I mean, Bard Karma's out. They can get a melee support. There's like drafts to do it. It's not impossible now. IgNar on a melee champ. Maybe you can start some.
Because I think if the game goes like that, if there's like 400 difference at like where the fight happened, like 12 minutes in, and you have a better chance for that, I think they can win the team fight. I think this fight they were just in a very disadvantageous position, but I mean, just draft something else and be happy fighting when there's even gold.
We do have a play of the game, and it is Cryogen.
Cryogen.
Nice.
I mean,
So Team Lion over here, guess what they wanted?
I mean, it's really hard to get it on support in this era. Everyone is voting for ADCs if bot lane does well.
They see the gold lead number and they're like, yeah, he must be
I
him.
know, bro. When I do well, my support gets the play of the game and MVP.
That's true.
You just choose one guy in the ball, and this guy's the guy who carries. This guy's just a freak.
Look, the viewers actually.
They know ball. They're agreeing with us.
They're kind of the goats.
0% for jungle. We probably have
Do
the
these
biggest
numbers
gold lead
add
in
up
the
to
game.
100%? I don't think they do.
Quick maths. Quick maths. That's
I don't think so.
They don't.
They don't. They really do not.
I don't think so.
It's 33. They add up to like 98.
What is this shit, bro?
Is this rigged?
Yeah.
It has to be in production, bro.
You just exposed this here.
You're not supposed to say
supposed
that
to
as a
say that.
teleprompter.
You're not supposed to give us fake stats.
My bad, bro. I actually went to school, so. Anyways,
Anyways,
I don't know what else to say.
maybe game 2 will be closer.
They have the graphic on screen here.
don't miss any LCS action with your favorite food delivered on Uber Eats. Bro, I actually use Uber Eats a lot. It's kind of nice when like the sponsor is something you actually use, right?
Yeah.
I'm like Uber Eats main these days.
Yeah, same.
All right, game 2 between FlyQuest and Dignitas is coming up after this break, so stick with us.